Hallo alle zusammen, willkommen zurück zu meinem Kanal und willkommen zu einem neuen Video von Wissenschaftssonntag. No, I'm joking. I just said hello, welcome back to my channel, welcome to Science Sunday in German, because I'm so funny and quirky apparently. I thought we all need a little bit of chilling, maybe a little bit more sleep, and what better to do to fall asleep almost instantly than debunking an Eric Dubay video. He uploaded, I think 2 days ago, a video called Buzzfeed's Fake Flat Earth Theory Debunked, where he doesn't debunk anything, obviously, besides himself. So I thought, let's make it a little bit easy, watch the video and explain to him where he is wrong. Or more accurately, explaining you guys where he is wrong, because I don't doubt that he would ever see this or any other video.
A lot of people would have you believe the Earth is round. Well, we'll see. What is the flat Earth theory? Well, the flat Earth theory posits...
Let me stop you right there. The flat Earth is not a theory.
Right. It's not a theory. It's probably not even a real hypothesis. It's a fairy tale.
It is a fact, not a theory, that bodies of water always seek and find their own level. From a beaker, a bottle, or a bathtub, to a pond, lake, or an ocean. The natural physics of water and other liquids is to find and remain level. It is an unproven, unscientific theory with no observable, measurable, or repeatable evidence to claim that bodies of water can somehow bend, cling to the exterior of shapes, and show convexity upon their surface.
Apparently he has never seen a drop of water on a waxy surface or on a lotus leaf, because this water will become almost completely round because of its surface tension. And when you do something like this in space, where gravity isn't pulling it down like this, then it's a complete sphere. So I don't know what he's talking about. Or any liquid in any container, what a famous word, you can see that on the outside, on the container, the water curves upwards. The whole level thing, water seeks its level, but this level is on Earth's surface, and the water will curve, so there's an uniform gravitational pull everywhere. You cannot take a bottle of water and say, look, it's flat, because that's not how it works. Earth is humongous. That is like taking a tablespoon, put it into the ocean with a little bit of water in it and say, look, there's no shark in it, so there are no sharks on Earth. That is what you did, and that is what is so stupid about you.
It is a fact, not a theory, that the horizon always appears perfectly flat, 360 degrees around the observer, regardless of altitude. All amateur balloon, rocket, plane, and drone footage show a completely flat horizon as high as we can reach, over 20 miles, or 120,000 feet up. The only time the horizon ever bends is when viewed through a fisheye lens.
How is the horizon concave and not convex? The screenshots I made from his video distorted. You can see curvature in both directions, concave and convex. Seems like the part where you said
the footage is completely, the curvature is non-existent, it's a completely flat horizon.
It seems like this private balloon footage isn't so good, right?
For example, it is a fact that in Genoa, Italy, from just above sea level, On clear days, it is possible to see the distant islands of Elba, Gorgona, Caprea, and Corsica 80 to 125 miles away. It is a necessary theory that the globe Earth must curve 8 inches per mile squared if it really be a ball 25,000 miles in circumference.
This picture, that is not from sea level. You can tell me what you want. You can see Gorgona, Isla d'Elba, Caprea, Corsica. You can see them, but you have to elevate yourself to be able to see it. And that, my friend, is proof of the globe. Also, I did find this video from a person called Giorgio Vigo, HD, Italy. Eric Dubay used some clips of their YouTube channel. In this video, you can tell that Giorgio was standing very elevated. It was way above the city, way above some trees. So all of what Eric Dubay claimed here again is complete and utter bullshit, because there's no such claim as you could see from sea level to all of those islands. You can see them barely when you are very high up elevated. I think we all can agree that what he's talking is bullcrap, and what he's showing doesn't even match what he's talking about. So there's nothing about sea level in this picture or in the other pictures he's shown.
It is an observable, testable, repeatable scientific fact of reality that Polaris, the North Pole star, situated perfectly over the North Pole center of Earth, never moves a single inch, night after night, year after year, century after century, with all the other fixed stars remaining fixed in their relative constellations, revolving perfect circles around Polaris.
Again, no understanding of our 3D world or how huge the universe is. Polaris does move, but it's so tiny. The angular change would have been probably a thousandth of a millimeter, probably. It does change, but the human lifespan is just too short to see it. It's not the universe's problem that your lifespan is too short to observe those changes. A few thousand years ago, when the Egyptians had their empire, there was a different star as Polaris. They saw a different North Star. So just because you don't understand and you can do research, because your own research is basically no research, doesn't change the fact.
It is an unobservable, unproven, unscientific theory to claim that thousands of years ago Polaris mysteriously did move and Thuban or other stars became the center of rotation. It is also an unobservable, unscientific theory to claim that the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour around an axis, while rotating tens of thousands of miles per hour around the Sun, while the entire solar system circles hundreds of thousands of miles per hour around the Milky Way, and the Milky Way shoots millions of miles per hour more off through infinite space, when we cannot see, hear, feel, or otherwise observe or prove any such motion.
There is no such thing as absolute motion. Repeat after me. There is no such thing as absolute motion. These things you see here, a merry-go-round, and this other thing, an Earth, what you think. You can feel a roller coaster is so much fun because it accelerates and it goes slower, and it accelerates and it goes slower. Would it go in a constant speed, you wouldn't feel anything. It's like in a plane, in a train, or in a car with constant speed. You cannot feel anything. And Earth has had this velocity for probably billions of years now. Why would we feel anything? And in the second picture, the woman with a crooked face, that is because the atmosphere is here and you go through it with such a high velocity that the air molecules push your face backwards. That's the air that does the effect. Out there is no air. And hey, psst, psst, I tell you a secret. Come here. And that is without a container, just by gravity.
But such circular star trails around an unmoving pole star prove that it is the stars themselves moving, and not the Earth. If the Earth were truly a tilting, wobbling, spinning space ball undergoing these multiple contradictory motions through the universe, you would only see irregular, spiral-shaped star trails, and the night sky would never be the same twice.
What? Apparently he doesn't know that all those stars are part of our galaxy. They're moving with us. They are with us in the frame of reference that is the Milky Way. Does he really think that every star moves in another direction? How stupid can you be? And Eric, when people ask this, how stupid can you be? That's not a challenge.
Let's go all the way back to the Bedford level experiment with Samuel Burley Robotham. So let's go to the chalkboard in the Bedford level experiment. Sir Samuel Burley Robotham, don't know if that's how it's pronounced, kicked off this whole flat earth thing with the Bedford level experiment.
Samuel Robotham was a prominent and vocal flat earth proponent in the 19th century, but he certainly didn't kick off this whole flat earth thing. From the beginning of recorded history, and for thousands upon thousands of years, cultures across the entire world all believed the Earth was flat. The cosmology of literally every pre-Copernican culture, besides a few ancient Greek philosophers, described a stationary plane Earth, and not a spinning ball.
What he did is he started on a long river, and he stood here, this is him, with a telescope, and he had his friend in a boat ride a number of miles down the river. So this was what he was suggesting. Because of the curve of the globe, he shouldn't be able to see his friend after about 6 miles. The top of the sail should have been about 11 feet under his view, but he saw his friend go like more than 6 miles. The whole time he saw the whole boat and the whole thing just like this. That led him to thinking that Earth is not a globe.
Again, false. Completely false, but that is no surprise to anyone. Samuel Robotham, or his alias was Parallax, very cool name. He was one of the biggest perpetuators of the flat earth idea, because even before him, no one really believed in flat earth. The last thousands and thousands of years, there was a consensus of people knowing Earth was a globe. There was a time where people believed that Earth was the center of the complete universe. But there was no big discussion for thousands of years that Earth is a globe. Everyone knew, even people who were not really educated. Even Columbus back then, he didn't have to fight against some churchmen to prove Earth was a globe. The church gave him money to say, hey, go and find another land. It had nothing to do with that. So Parallax and some other guy, I forgot the name, he wrote a book about Christopher Columbus. And he acted like this book was an autobiography, but it wasn't. It was more a product of fantasy And that is what kickstarted it, because people read the book and said, oh, well, he had to fight against church to prove Earth is a globe. And then Parallax wrote, I think, another book, or maybe it was him, I can't remember now. But those things started it. Parallax was a flat earther and he wanted to prove flat Earth, like all of them. And he perpetuated this idea that, oh, back then everyone knew that Earth was flat and blah, blah, blah. But new science, modern science is this evil thing. That is how it started. So the belief that people before the, let's say, 1800s did believe Earth was flat is a flat Earth myth in itself. And it's so mind-blowing to me, because till this day people think, back then all the people thought Earth was flat. No.
Mexico, there's South America in there, and then Russia, the other big old landmass. They believe that the Antarctic surrounds the Earth.
It is a fact, not a belief, that if you travel southwards from anywhere on Earth, keeping the pole star exactly 180 degrees to your back, you will arrive in Antarctica. The vast majority of Antarctica's coastline is raised. Where on Earth, keeping the pole star exactly 180 degrees to your back, you will arrive in Antarctica. The vast majority of Antarctica's coastline is raised significantly above the water level, 100 to 200 feet, thus why it is sometimes referred to as an ice wall.
And keeps the water to the
condition of our objective reality. Ball that Play-Doh up into a ball or balls, so we just
season around the further.
By the sun's changing its positions are not directly caused by the sun changing in altitude, but by the sun's changing its position and speed. Each year, the sun begins its journey at the Tropic of Capricorn.
So Eric claims that the sun does change in speed, because that is what every debunker, and I think one of the best examples was Professor Dave Explains. Love this guy. Where he said, yes, okay, but why do you need a different model for every natural phenomenon there is? When you see this on a flat plane, when the sun circles around here at a certain speed, it has to speed up when it goes to the outside, because there's a bigger path to travel. So either the sun would look slower for us flying by, or the sun must speed up that the days would stay the same length. So that doesn't happen. No one can observe this. That's just not a thing. Also, when gravity, also, when gravity is not a thing but density, what holds sun and moon over there? Are they less dense than air? And when we are on the plane and the moon is here, why can't people here and here see the same sides of the moon? Why can't everyone on this flat plane, when the moon orbits here, see the same side of the moon? It doesn't add up, buddy. I don't know what to say. This is so much stupid, I just cannot comprehend. Which is a good sign. I would be worried about myself if I could get down to the level of a flat earther and understand what they're talking about. And the only thing that gives me hope are Seek Truth, Speak Truth, and Renty, because they woke up, they were really searching for the truth. They needed a little bit of time. They took a few extra steps, but they were really seeking for truth. And that is what I can respect. That is something I think all of people can look at in respect and should maybe take some notes, because they made Flat Earth part of their personality, big part of their life. But they stood there with the courage saying, hey, I was wrong. All what I said before was wrong. Earth is not flat. And that takes so much courage. And that is so much courage that we until now didn't need to take. We didn't need to have that much courage like them. And I can absolutely respect both of them. They're absolutely nice guys, and I am happy to have them on our side. So, Eric Dubay, you lost. You're an idiot, and I am pretty sure he's beyond help. I hope you did like this video. Please leave a like and a comment down below of what you think about Eric Dubay and his pretty shitty video. And also, if you have any suggestions of anything to debunk or talk about in the future. And if you did like this video or any other video on my channel, please hit that subscribe button to become part of my legion. And to become a part of my inner circle of the legion, become a Patreon or become a member of my Discord server. Everything will be linked down below, and I will see you next week, hopefully in the next video. Bye!